8 minutes gone past 8. A very good morning to you, and thank you for staying tuned to the frequency 92.3 Nigeria Info. I go by the name Kaladakoru Batubo, and this is the Morning Crossfire. And it is time for us to go to a very discourse for the morning Crossfire, and it has to do with one of the biggest stories from the weekend. The PDP held a convention, a controversial one at that, controversial in the sense that we have court judgments for and against, or court orders, I should say, for and against, and also the convention has divided those who were for. Because people like the Adamawa State Governor have come out to say, and also Plateau State Governor have come out to say that certain decisions taken during that convention may just push the party deeply into ruins, or further into ruins, so to say. And to help me have this conversation on what has happened and how it affects Rivers State, because another big story from the convention was the expulsion of the former governor of Rivers State and FCT minister, current one, His Excellency Nyesom Wike. So we're looking at how this affects the politics in Rivers State. And to help me have this conversation is the President General, the Grassroots Development Initiative. I'm talking about Bright Amaewhule. It's good to have you in the studio, Mr. Amaewhule. It's good to have you once again.
Thank you. Good to have you too.
All right. So can you come close to the mic? Before we get into all of what transpired over the weekend, I just want to ask a question. Given the fact that you are a political stakeholder in Rivers State, have we finalized the peace process in Rivers State? Because a lot of people are asking questions as to what's happening to governance in Rivers State. Can we just quickly answer that and move on to our conversation for today?
Peace process over what?
A while back there was the back and the forth in Rivers State and state of emergency, but now government has returned 2 months later. People are saying, "Oh, it's slow paced." So I'm just asking if indeed we finalized the peace process.
Well, I think you know that we have passed that stage.
I want that.
We have passed that stage.
We've passed it.
Yeah, we passed that stage. I don't think there is any other issue again for another fresh peace process.
All right. So now let's get to the PDP. Convention was held on Saturday. What do you make of that?
Which convention again, please?
It was reported. You probably must have seen the report. PDP convention. Now we have, according to reports, we now have a new PDP chairman. The Magu is no longer in acting capacity, according to those reports. So what do you make of those reports, basically?
Well, I will just take it as the way other Nigerians will take it. But I know that convention held was not a proper PDP convention. It could be a program designed to assemble that particular group of people, that particular set of people, in showing their political relevance. But if it's called convention, no convention was held. In as much as the law is there, no convention.
Why do you say no? The convention was not a convention. Why do you insist?
It wasn't as the usual convention that we are having in PDP since the inception of a PDP. In this case, you could see that many of the governors were unable to attend that convention.
But if you governors attended,
a few, and I like the word few. Many states did not also participate in that convention. And it's a convention that was initially stopped by a court of competent jurisdiction. Though that the governor of which one is it? State?
Who are you talking about? Is it Makinde?
Yeah, Makinde. Oyo State.
Oyo
State governor. Decided to go back home and take a judgment where it suits him to enable him also carry out the same kind of total disobedience of the law that he executed last weekend.
So are you saying that Nigerians should ignore the order from Oyo State High Court. Is that what you're saying?
Even though people say that they are cause of the competent jurisdiction, according to the jurisdiction, I don't also think that the court in Oyo State can come and overrule the court, the Federal Capital Territory, the High Court.
Now, let's take a look. We had Oyo State Governor in attendance. We had Lasey Makinde. We had Adamawa State Governor Amadu Fintiri. We had Bauchi State Governor Bala Muhammad, Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal, Plateau State Governor Caleb Mufwang, and I think the people who were absent were Adeleke, River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara, and Kefas, who is believed to be defecting to the APC on Wednesday. So when you look at the numbers, more governors attended, that convention. Does that hold water, or does that in any way make it look like, some movement in the PDP?
Look, it's not about the number of governors that even attended that program that is the issue. The man you just mentioned as one of those that attended that program, at a point walked out of the program.
Okay.
He walked out of the program because he saw that what they were about doing could as well affect him as a politician in the near future. So he had to really make sure that the wrong thing is not being carried out in his presence. And then so many others as well have come out to express their misgivings over what transpired in their program. That's what I will always call it, as a program, not even a convention.
Okay.
So some governors, some other people as well condemned the actions being taken by them, the illegal actions being taken by them. So that one alone is enough to tell you that it wasn't a convention of the People's Democratic Party.
But
a genuine convention.
Let's agree that let's agree with your take. For the sake of conversations, that the convention did not hold on legal grounds, right? However, the intent has been made public that some members, some stakeholders in the PDP are looking at expelling, because if you say the convention does not hold legal grounds or does not stand on legal grounds, it means that the actions taken of
course
no effect, right?
Of course.
That's based on your argument.
Not my argument.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to be neutral now, based on your argument. That means that some people in the party, some stakeholders, some strong wigs or big wigs, like you like to call them,
as who?
Have made, like Makinde, they've made their opinions known that they want Nyesom Wike out of the party. And if I understand the political arguments or political sayings in River State, Nyesom Wike is, the political leader of the PDP here in the state. So how are you reacting to that? How are you reacting to the opinions of these bigwigs, the intent to expel Nyesom Wike from the party?
What actually make some people big wigs? Is it because you're a governor of a state that makes you a big wig in the party?
You can argue that.
No. There's no way Makinde can be more bigger than.
But it was part. It was part of the G5.
Then he was being addressed as a youth leader, and along the line he couldn't find his way through again.
But it was part of the G5
initially. Maybe he had the same kind of intention that what he has visited now. Maybe it could be what he also had at the back of his mind, pretending to be part of G5. And along the line, Nigerians were surprised that he pulled out for reasons best known to him, because he has never advanced any genuine reasons that made him to abandon the G5.
Okay, let's not argue about whether it's a big wig or not, but let's look at the intent to expel. How are you?
So it cannot stand. It cannot stand at all, because one, like I said, the program they attended was not, one, being supervised by INEC.
Okay.
Two, the court has already also taken a decision against the convention. So any decision taken there cannot stand. Then apart from that one, you can't just come and gather as friends or people from the same region of the country to say you are suspending a very big, the biggest do in that.
Is it bigger than the party?
Biggest.
I'm asking, is it bigger than the party?
No, not bigger than the party. What I'm talking about, you were talking about people here, and you're talking about people here who are big wigs. Now, I'm telling you that somebody is more bigger than those that maybe you see as a big wigs. So, they are gathering to, like you said, with the intention to suspend the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. It's just a kangaroo thing that cannot hold. PDP, except the Honorable Minister even decides to say, okay, I'm leaving the party. But he has not said he's leaving the party. Now, assuming he even decides to say he's leaving the party will just die.
Why do you say so? Because that will be you saying is bigger than the political party.
No, but why I could take it from that angle? No, look, the party is superior. But why, if you want me to go towards that angle, I tell you that is a leader. Is a leader that has a structure. We want us to go back again to this structure of a thing.
We could visit it.
That has a structure to withstand all this kind of thing. So let Makinde and his group not move PDP from fry pan to fire.
Okay, talking about structure, right? There is that intent, to expel Nyesom Wike from the party. There was also the intent. I'm using the word intent now based off your arguments once again, to dissolve the PDP structure in Rivers State.
How can Makinde sit in Oyo State and say dissolving a structure that was duly set up in Rivers State?
But we've seen Nyesom Wike sit in Rivers State and make certain decisions that affect the PDP in all the states
because his contribution in the party.
Well, or your state governor Seyi Makinde has also made contributions.
Which day have you had a significant contribution of Makinde?
So we're not talking whether significant or not.
No, it must be significant.
But
for you to control a system.
Yeah.
For you to be in charge of a system, it means that there are certain things, certain inputs you're making, financially, morally, and physically. There are certain inputs that you're making to make sure that the party is being sustained.
If I remember correct, if I recall clearly and vividly or correctly, when he was part of the G5, there were praises poured on him by Nyesom Wike, talking about his contributions to the political development of the party. So are you saying all of those contributions no longer mean anything?
Well, except you're telling me that, and our leader may have made such statement because Makinde then they were working together. So
okay.
there's no. You have to protect your team. You have to protect your team. But now that Makinde has derailed, and apart from even derailing, you go to the newspaper headlines on many occasions. How many times you will hear of Makinde doing something meaningful for the party? I don't want to talk about his state.
I mean, okay, let's look at what he does, right? I mean, we've seen several governors of PDP fold, or should I say, of PDP leave the party. We've seen Bayelsa State Governor, Delta State Governor, Akwa Ibom State Governor. We yet Governor Kefas is also about to switch to the APC. Adeleke, is thinking of it. But you have someone like Seyi Makinde who is saying, no, I'm going to remain as a governor in the party. Is that not contribution to the party?
Failing contribution. It's a contribution that has destroyed the party. Okay. That kind of contribution. You are ready to chase other people away. People want you to leave. Now, if you want to sustain the structure, instead of you to take the steps towards ensuring that you reconcile these people and the party, you will allow them to go in, and then you still say that you're doing well for the party. No, you're not. You're causing more harm than good for the party.
Now, Mr. Amaewhule, if now, and I'm asking because you are the President General of the GDI, if Nyesom Wike was to leave the PDP, if he says, I'm fed up, I'm done, and I'm leaving. Besides, there's the allegation of anti-party, and we'll get to that very shortly. If he were to leave, would the structure in River State also move to whatever party he moves to?
See, Wike leaves, we follow.
So it's not about party loyalty now. It's about Wike leads.
You must go to the party now before you now show loyalty. Now we are in PDP. We are in PDP and we are loyal to the party. And then we have somebody that is leading us and we are following the person.
Okay.
So what that means is that if tomorrow there is any kind of correlation again, we because he's a good leader, we have to follow him.
The reason why I asked that question was and is that given the fact that next year will become pre-election year and the PDP would have a candidate, and the PDP has also decided to zone to the south, would you or the structure be supporting the candidate Nyesom Wike supports, or would you or the structure be supporting the party's candidate? And that's why I asked that question.
And I don't know that that is what some people say is an
Yes,
anti-party.
yes, of course.
But it's not. It's not true. There can be election going on in my local government area, and I will say I'm not going to support this councillor,
Okay.
but I will support the executive chairman. I can as well say I won't support the executive chairman, but I will just support councillor chairman.
But it's your party member.
No, you don't understand. But my party member.
I'm just giving an example.
But for now, there's no even candidate yet for PDP.
But
so for us to know whether you will even vote the party. Of course. Of course.
Are you praying for your party not to have a candidate?
See,
from what you just said,
I don't know why we have to overflog this issue. I told you our Wike leads,
and you follow.
The Wike has come out. The honourable minister has come out to say that nothing will stop him from supporting the return of Tinubu in 2027, President Tinubu 2027. So what is expected of all?
And that's not anti-party.
It's not anti-party.
Interesting.
Because he can decide also to vote for another senator.
All right. So we'll go for a quick, not so quick, a commercial break, but we'll go for a commercial break. When we come back, I will open the phone lines. I will take your thoughts on this very issue. PDP expels Nyesom Wike. That's the report. But my guess says that is an illegality. We'll be right back. Do stay tuned to 92.3 Nigeria Info. Good morning.
Info.
Indeed, it is the morning crossfire on your number one talk radio station, 92.3 Nigeria Info. Kaladakoru Batubo in the studio, and with me aiding my conversations this morning is the President General Grassroots Development Initiative. I'm talking about Bright Amaewhule. It's good to have you here in the studio.
Thank you.
I want to open the phone lines, but before I do, I want to quickly ask. Ask two questions. And the first question that I want to ask is: do you see a solution in sight? Do you think a solution can be reached, or a resolution can be reached where, like Plateau State Governor said, that's Caleb Mufwang, that this will destroy the party? Do you see a possibility where all of you stakeholders, all of you political actors in the party can come together and arrive at a resolution? Do you see that happening?
Well, I think it all is in the hands of Chief Bode George and Makinde and Bala Mohammed to take further steps in ensuring that the party, like we said earlier, does not go from fry pan to fire.
Okay. You want to say something?
Yes, the step they take is what will determine the future of the party.
And to the PDP members in Rivers State, I do understand a lot of them are a part of the GDI. What message are you passing? Because I saw a message from the Rivers State PDP, and they're saying everybody should be calm. People who are members of the party should be calm. What message are you saying to people who are a part of the GDI?
The message is also applicable to all members of GDI worldwide, to be steadfast and make sure that we continue to stand by our grand patron, the Honorable Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Chief Barrister Amaewhule Nyesom Wike.
All right, let's go to the phone lines now. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. These are the call numbers. Reach the studio right about now with these numbers, and the call screener will take your name, your location, and I will take your opinion. But on WhatsApp, you could send your text message via the number 0809-030-6416. We're live on Facebook, Nigeria Info PH. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info PH. And we are active on X, Nigeria Info PH. Now, to read this message,